Hello and welcome back to the MoreCoin YouTube channel, where we talk about all the ways you can stack more coins. If you like today's video, hit like and subscribe and click that notification bell so you know anytime I post a new video. Today, guys, I want to talk to you about whales. Whales are everywhere these days, it feels like, just dumping on everybody. If you get into a token before a whale does, they're your best friend. They pump that price way up. If you get in after a whale, though, God help you, because you're just sitting waiting for them to take profit and just wreck the price of the token you just bought. Whee! So today, I kind of want to take a look at Polygon, Bitcoin, Cardano, Ethereum, and Dogecoin and see how many whales make up the total concentration of token owners in each ecosystem. First and foremost, I want to start with this ecosystem that I take part in, which is Polygon Matic, and we can see here there are a lot of whales. Well, actually, no. Let me say this right. There are only a handful of whales, but they make up a large portion of the amount of total Matic in circulation. For instance, these 1, 2, 3 whales make up about 50% of all Matic in circulation, which is pretty wild. This graph here shows that 79% of all Matic, 7.59 billion Matic, is owned by whales, with 10%, a little over 10% being owned by investors, which are people who own between like 0.1 and 1% of Matic. And then this little tiny sliver right here, that's us retail. Next, let's take a look at Bitcoin. You can see here that Bitcoin is almost the complete opposite. It's over the complete opposite. Only 1.62% of Bitcoin is owned by a whale. I mean, that's still a lot of Bitcoin. That's over $10.43 billion worth of Bitcoin. 11% is owned by investors, with the vast majority, which is 87%, is owned by just retail, people like you and me. When we hop over to Cardano, we can see a very similar story, with 1.44% being owned by a whale, totaling $670 million in their account. Wow. With a lot more, 22% being owned by investors, again, people who are owning between 0.1 and 1% of the total supply of ADA. 76.22% of ADA is being held by retail, which is you and me. ETH is a slightly different story, with 17.65% of ETH being held by whales, and a handful of them are relatively active addresses. Another 24% is held by investors. About 57% is held by retail investors like you and me. Now, just for shits and giggles, I wanted to cover Doge, because why not? Doge has about 44% of its total supply held by whales, with one whale holding about 30% of all Doge, which is pretty wild. 21% is held by high net worth individuals or investors, and only 34% of Doge is actually held by retail people like you and me. Anyway, guys, this is just a quick breakdown of the different coins and the amount of whales that they have in there. Do with this information what you will, and when I see you in the next video, we'll be talking about all the ways we are stacking more coins.